Hey everyone, welcome back to Astronomy. Today we will be exploring the cosmos from my apartment balcony with an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope and a mobile phone. With the right setup, you can stargaze as well as capture incredible images of celestial objects with minimal gear. Here are the equipments and softwares I have used for capturing and processing images and videos. I would like to point out that I am in a bottle 6 location where light pollution is very evident, causing grey washed out skies. Let's start with the moon. It's the easiest and one of the most rewarding objects to capture. Here's a video of a moon drifting through a 30 mm eyepiece with correct exposure and focus. Multiple videos or images can be recorded, stacked and processed using programs like PIPP, AutoStackit, Registax, etc. to achieve final output like this. Here is a close view of moon using a 9 mm eyepiece. Planets. Similar to moon, planets can also be stacked and processed to get great details on them. Let's begin with Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and is the closest planet to Earth. It is extremely dense and hot enough to melt lead. Venus is the third brightest object in the sky after the Sun and the Moon. Venus spins slowly in the opposite direction from most planets. Just like Moon, it has phases, full, half, quarter, etc. In order to get details on Venus, you need low focal length eyepiece. Here is how Venus looks through an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope with 9 mm eyepiece. Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest planet in our solar system. It is so massive that it can accommodate 1331 Earths. It is also known as a gas giant made up of dust and gases containing hydrogen, helium and ammonia. Even with binocular, Jupiter and its 4 moons are easily visible. Here's how Jupiter looks through various focal length eyepieces. Saturn. Saturn is one of the coolest looking planets in our solar system. With its iconic ring, Saturn is a must-see for any stargazer. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun and is the second largest planet in our solar system and is famous for its stunning ring system made up of ice and rock. Saturn has a mind-blowing 146 moons, with Titan being the most famous, which is also the second largest moon in our solar system. Here's how it looks through various focal length eyepieces. Deep sky objects. Deep sky objects, also known as GSOs, are astronomical objects located outside our solar system, including star clusters, nebulae, and galaxies. They are faint and challenging to photograph without tracking equipment, often appearing as white smudges through visual telescopes. Large aperture telescopes usually provide brighter and clearer images. Let's begin with star clusters. Star clusters are large groups of stars held together by self-gravitation. They are of two types, open clusters and globular clusters. In open clusters, stars are more loosely clustered, whereas in globular clusters, stars are densely packed. Messier 7. It is an open cluster located in constellation Scorpius. What you are seeing now is an actual view through a telescope. By stacking and processing multiple raw images, we obtain this result. The streak of lines are satellites passing through. We can also see the dust and gases of the Milky Way behind. Messier 41. M41 is an open cluster in the constellation Canis Major. It contains only about 100 stars, including several bright red giants. And this is a stacked and processed image. You will see exactly like this from an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope. Messier 44. Also famously known as the Beehive cluster, is an open cluster with 1000 stars in the constellation Cancer at a distance of 600 light years. Here is a stacked and processed image. Messier 45. Also known as the Pleiades, is an open star cluster in the Taurus constellation, consisting of more than 1000 stars loosely bound by gravity. This is a single exposure through 30 mm eyepiece, but looks much better in person. This is a stacked and processed image, 100 frames each 0.3 seconds. We can see bluish dust and gas clouds in front of the stars. Nebulas. A nebula is a giant cloud of dust and gas, mostly hydrogen and helium. Some nebula come from the gas and dust thrown out by the explosion of a dying star, such as supernova. Other nebulas are regions where new stars are beginning to form. Let's begin with Messier 42. Also known as Orion Nebula, is a diffuse nebula of stellar nursery located in the constellation Orion in the Milky Way and is a naked eye target. Using a 30 mm eyepiece under dark skies, one can clearly see the central dust clouds along with some colors. This is a processed image composed of 405 frames, each lasting 0.5 seconds. The central region is a home to 4 massive young stars known as the trapezium, due to their trapezoidal arrangement. Galaxies. Galaxies are composed of numerous stars, planets, and vast cloud of gas and dust, all held together by gravity. Most large galaxies contain supermassive black holes at their center. The galaxy we inhabit is called the Milky Way galaxy. Let's begin with Messier 31. Also known as the Andromeda galaxy, is a bare spiral galaxy located in the constellation Andromeda. It is the nearest major galaxy to our Milky Way. Here is a single 0.5 second exposure image. You will see a view very similar to this from an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope. The view will be brighter against dark skies. And here is a stacked and processed image. Comets. Comets are small icy bodies found in our solar system, composed of dust, rock, and ice. They can range in size from a few meters to several kilometers wide. As comets orbit closer to the Sun, they heat up and release gases and dust, which causes them to glow. This material forms a tail that can stretch millions of kilometers. Let's begin with Comet C 2023. Comet C 2023 A3 was discovered in 2023 and became visible in the night sky in 2024. This image was taken as it was leaving our solar system using a 30 mm eyepiece in an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope. And this is a stacked and processed image using a 30 mm eyepiece using the aforementioned telescope. That concludes our space journey with the 8-inch Dobsonian telescope and a mobile camera. I conducted all of this observation from bottle 6 skies. Just imagine how stunning the deep sky objects would look from extremely dark skies. If you enjoyed this experience, please like this video and subscribe to Astroluminance for more cosmic content. Until next time, keep looking up and clear skies.